my flowers. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today. The sun is shining its little heart out, and I am really thankful that I am able to work from home today. I have been out for work every evening this week so far, and so it would be really nice to just catch up on some admin and have a bit more of a relaxed day at work. Luna and I have already been out for our morning walk, and it was just so lovely to get some fresh air and feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. I don't do my skincare before our morning walk, purely because I know that if I put SPF on, it will affect my body's ability to take in vitamin D and other good things that the sun gives me. And because the sun is at low intensity in the morning, it's actually not a bad thing to be out in it, soaking it in. So I am going to go and do my skincare now, but after that I actually am going to take a walk to our local village shop, which is just around the corner, and get some breakfast, because I am not fancying cereal this morning and we haven't got any bread in, and our shop usually does really lovely sweet treats like croissant and pain au chocolat, and I'm really in the mood for something like that today. I feel like treating myself, and as we were doing last week, romanticising our lives, we know that it is the little things that make all the difference. So I think that is what I'm going to do. But first, let's do our skincare and get prepped to go out for a walk. I have very recently started using some new skincare products, and I'm actually really enjoying them. So I'll talk you through what I use now. I'm a really big fan of the double cleanse, and to do that I like to use a cloth first, and generally it's a microfiber cloth. Generally, no, every time it is one of these cloths, and this is by a company called That Kind of Thing, and they are really lovely and soft. I feel like they just kind of help take off that top layer to then be able to cleanse again and get deeper in. But I do find that really nice, so I will be double cleansing this morning. Yeah, just getting the water nice and hot. My face has to be wet to use the CeraVe cleansing oil, otherwise it doesn't really react as well. So this is a really great step to include just in general for me, because I can then soak my skin with the cloth first. I would really like to get some of those little, like for this, but for the wrists, because I struggle so much with having the water like trickle down my wrists, and I like to wear cardigans and jumpers and long sleeve tops, and they always get soaking wet. I've actually been using this for about a week now, and one thing I've really noticed a difference with is how clean my skin actually feels. It doesn't feel stripped, it doesn't feel dry, it feels so much softer and actually looks brighter as well, which is really nice to see. One of the issues I do have with my skin is when it's really dry, it will overproduce oil. Then it kind of tricks me into thinking that I've got oily skin, and I don't have oily skin. I have very dry skin and sensitive skin. So in the past I have kind of gone to use products that will actually strip the oil from my skin, and that is exactly the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve, or my skin is wanting me to achieve. So using this has really made such a difference already. Like, my skin feels glowy and it looks glowy in the mirror, and it's so buttery soft as well. It's just amazing. Love it so much. I picked up some new products yesterday, and the first one of that is hyaluronic acid, and it said, not on this bottle but on a different brand, it said to use this before any other serum. I think that's because hyaluronic acid helps your skin to absorb more of the products that you're actually putting onto it. The idea is to cleanse, then use hyaluronic acid, because it will help your skin absorb and retain more moisture, which is a bit of a bonus really. So it says it hydrates all skin types, it helps skin to look brighter, and skin feels more moisturized. The next product that I'm going to go in with is vitamin C, and what I really liked about reading the bottles and packaging for a lot of skincare brands, it's that they now have a kind of step-by-step process of what they believe you should be doing for your skincare. So it's probably a way to get you to buy more things, but I really did like it. So for example, on here, I don't know if you can see, it has like cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize, and then I think protect. The other one that I saw was kind of like a cleanse, hydrate, treat, moisture, protect, and so that's where kind of the hyaluronic acid came in. So for treatment, I'm going to go in with vitamin C and then this clarifying serum. The vitamin C for me just helps like smooth and brighten again, and I just really like the smell of it. It does remind me of oranges a little bit, even though it's not really scented at all. It just smells really refreshing. And then I've just got the like I've got it all over my top. I've got the Bioma clarifying serum. So this one actually helps to boost your skin barrier, but it also says that it targets imperfections to help unclog pores without irritating or disrupting the skin barrier for a calmer and clearer complexion. And what a lot of these do is help with redness as well, and I do get a lot of redness and blotchiness, particularly if I'm really warm. So hopefully these products will help to kind of fight against that, which would be really nice. I do wish that the Boots own products had a little dropper thing like this, because I find it so much easier to put on. The kind of squirtier bottles are very hard to control the product coming out, and I do find it easier to put it on my face first rather than my fingers, but it's really difficult to do that with squirty bottles than it is to do with little like oil dropper bottles, which is a shame really. My skin looks so glowy and it's just so nice to see that. Boots had a little deal on and they were doing a 3 for 2. So I also picked up some retinol eye cream, which will really help with kind of the wrinkles that I get around here. And it also helps to brighten that area, because I do really struggle, although it's not too bad today, I do get quite bad like dark circles under my eyes when I'm really tired. It gets really bad, so I'm just gonna pop a few drops of that. And just remember when you're doing your eyes to be really careful and gentle. Use your pinky fingers because they don't press in. They do say it's better to dab, but honestly I don't think that helps me to get the product around as well as it should, so at least I'm using my pinkies, that's the main thing. Next step is moisturising, and I've got the Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturiser by Bubble, and I just really love this because when it comes out it looks like a little flower, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but look, I mean, come on, I just get really excited by little things like that. Feeling the joy. This is a really lovely thick moisturiser as well. Not so much that it doesn't spread, it's more that it just feels really luxurious when it goes on. Last thing is to do SPF. I'm actually really not loving this one, and I think mainly because it gets in my eyes quite a bit and I really don't like that, so I do try and avoid my eye area altogether. So if anyone does have any suggestions for a good SPF that doesn't make you want to claw your eyes out when you're wearing it, then that would be really great, but for now this will do because I just want to make sure that my skin is nice and protected. That's us done with skincare, so let's go to the shop. ready to start work. I have already done a little bit of admin this morning, so I'm going to finish up a couple of the admin-y bits that I've got to do, and then I do need to have a quick call with someone just to go over a few things and sort some things out. So once I've maybe worked for another hour or so, I will take a short break, probably get a cup of tea. I do like to make sure that I'm taking regular breaks. It's my understanding that the human brain is really well efficient when working in 20-minute intervals. So what I try to do is work for a 20-minute slot, take a 2 to 5 minute break, work another 20 minutes, work a 2 to 5 minute break, and then every hour I try and take at least a 5-minute break just to step away from my laptop, make sure that I'm getting some fresh air, making sure I'm getting some sunshine. If it's raining, just making sure I'm getting out of this room a little bit, otherwise I can just get really carried away and continue to work, and by the time I've realised it, I'm absolutely exhausted and my eyes hurt and my brain hurts too. So just remember to take regular breaks, especially when you're working in front of computers, for your mental health and your well-being. Finishing off this piece of work, and then I'm actually going to go and get some lunch. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to have yet. I know we've got a couple of things in the fridge that could do with being eaten up. I think I've got some cooked pasta which I might have. Oh, I got soup out of the freezer yesterday, so I'm gonna have some soup. That would be really nice. And we do have crumpets in the freezer as well. It's a roasted red pepper and tomato soup, and I've not really made it that much this cold season, so I am looking forward to having it today and just enjoying it, really. I'm a big fan of a hot lunch because I find they fill me up more and I'm just more satisfied by them. I've just finished that, so let's go get some lunch. I actually realised that I've got turkey dinosaurs in the freezer, which sounds quite childish, but I actually love turkey dinosaurs and they're so easy to cook in the air fryer. So I've actually popped 2 of them in instead of having crumpets. So turkey dinosaurs and tomato and red pepper soup it is. I'm also just going to make myself a cup of tea because although the sun is out, it still feels a little bit chilly. I especially find it goes colder at the front of our house because the sun moves around and then drops like behind our garden at the end of the day. So by the time it gets to kind of this time, which is about 1:30, the sun is like over there, and so this entire section of our house, including my office, gets chilly, cold, because the sun's not in it anymore and it's upsetting, but it does mean that we get a lot of sun in our garden. Love taking the time to read in the middle of the day, especially when I'm on my lunch break, because it feels really purposeful. I've actually literally just started this now, but it's one of the books I got for my birthday and I've been looking forward to reading it for quite a while. I do need to put this down now because I've got a quick meeting before doing a bit more admin, and then I do have some one-to-one support meetings this afternoon. So I'll be taking a little bit more time for myself just before I have those to make sure I'm not going over my hours, which is probably where I will go outside and do a little bit of gardening just to get some fresh air and step away from all screens altogether, because that's really good for us, isn't it? Just a little reminder to stay hydrated today, whether it be water, lots of cups of tea, or a big old bottle of squash. Just make sure you are drinking and looking after your body and your mind. Should we go back to work? Yeah. So I've actually just finished work and was just about to get changed to do some gardening, and I've just come and looked out the window and it's raining, which is such a shame because I really did want to get out in the sunshine today, but I've just had a lot of meetings that required me to be inside and I needed to stay connected to power for those. Then I just had admin-y bits to do, and then I lost track of time. We do have a church at home thing tonight, which I need to be ready to leave in about an hour. It's about 6 now. It's 10 to 6 now. So I need to be ready to leave in about 55 minutes, but that won't be an issue because I am pretty much ready to go. I am so thankful to have the office that I have, because it does mean that at the end of the day I get to step away from my desk. I do need to take Luna out before we go tonight. I'm going to see if the rain kind of slows down a bit first because she really doesn't like to go out in the rain. She's got a bunch of raincoats, but she just really doesn't like the feel of it on her head, and I'm not really the kind of person to walk around after my dog with an umbrella over them. She will still go out, she just won't go for as long. It's not that her walks are all that long to begin with. I tell you what I do need to do today is I need to water the houseplants, so I might go do that now. When we get back tonight, I think I might have a nice relaxing bath and then get into bed and do some more reading, because I am really enjoying the book that I just started. So yeah, I'm gonna go water the houseplants. Would you like to go for a walk? You want to go walkies? Okay, come on in. It's definitely not as bad out here as I first made it out to be, but it's cold enough, windy enough and wet enough for me to not want to garden. And gardening is a hobby that I want to enjoy, not hate, because I have to be out in the rain. So it's definitely okay for dog walking, but not for gardening. At least Luna's getting out, and she is actually going quite far. We are pretty much doing our normal route. And I am in this gorgeous, super long coat, which just protects all my clothing from any kind of wetness, rain or anything, and just keeps me really nice and toasty. We'll get home, we'll water some plants, do some meditating and get ourselves ready to go. Looks good. I have chosen to wear something that I feel really comfortable in, but still smart casual. So I love wearing jeans, I live in jeans. I do wish that I had some more skirts that were more spring appropriate, but I also haven't shaved my legs in a long time and I don't want to do that because it takes a lot of time. So I have gone for this really beautiful big sleeved blouse, which I love. I really love the pattern on it. Just these really gorgeous blue and white flowers. And then I want to say it's like a granddad jumper that I'm wearing over the top. But I do find these really comfortable, and I will be wearing probably Converse with this because, again, I absolutely live in Converse. I will wear them with skirts, dresses, and they're just my go-to like comfort shoe. So this is the outfit for the evening. Church at home thing that we went to this evening. We had such a good time. It was just really nice to connect with people on a spiritual level and properly discuss like biblical text, which I've not done in so long. So I'm feeling really suitably tired now, which is why when we got home we just came in, got ourselves a cup of tea, did my skincare, and we just came and got into bed because it's actually 11 o'clock now. We were later getting back than we had originally planned, but I really love that kind of socialising where you get so caught up in the moment and you're so enjoying yourself that the time just slips away. And I didn't need to have a bath this evening, I didn't need to do anything this evening. And so it was nice to be able to give that time to others, but in support of like feeding my soul. We had a really nice time. We were focused on Luke chapter 15, which is the parable of the lost son, and it really, for me, like connected with my feelings of going back to church, which was really nice because it felt very like serendipitous and just made me feel like I was really in the right place. I am going to end this vlog here. Before I do, I am really enjoying this book and I'm surprised I haven't picked it up until now. Once I have read a little bit more, I can give you guys a little bit more of a lowdown, but I can tell that it is kind of like shrouded in mystery and it's really starting to set the scene now, so definitely enjoying that. But I really hope that you've all had a lovely day and that your tomorrow is even better. Working from home can be difficult because you have more freedom, but you feel guilty if you're still like taking breaks, but you forget that when you're in a working environment, like in an office, you are talking to people and you're able to interact with people or go and get a cup of tea and take a 5-minute break. So sometimes it's hard to transfer that across time-wise into working from home. So just remember to take regular breaks, stay hydrated, have lots of cups of tea, put your load of washing in if you need to, go for a walk and get fresh air and make sure you're stepping away from your laptop or your screens, because that is really all just normal well-being. It's what we all should be doing and what your place of work should be encouraging you to do anyway. I feel like I've had a productive day at work, and I feel like those moments where I have stepped away have been productive in peace and just looking after myself in general. So do make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because you can't work unless you are well within yourself. Enjoy a good night's sleep and a peaceful sleep, and I hope that you wake up tomorrow feeling very well rested. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video. I will leave all of the links in the description box down below, so don't forget to check that out, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.